Hello everybody, this is Bugsy. And all the scheduled videos you're gonna see are videos I scheduled while I was while I was gone. But these videos that you're already seeing and hearing right now are me being back. So we're gonna talk a little bit about Night of the Wind because man, I know this man gonna think I'm picking on him and that I'm freaking just bringing the thunder because that's what I'm doing and blah blah blah, or I'm some sort of rabbit Sonic, you know, Archie Sonic fanboy. But listen, listen, folks, listen to me before you before you write me off as any of those things. Hold up, let me turn off the fan. But I don't want you guys to hear. I don't want you guys to think I'm going to do it inside. Bogley, old boy, do you know where the cheese is? Right on it. Okay. Now, clap. Now, this video is in session. Now, listen. I know that what I'm about to say is either going to piss you off. Some of you aren't going to listen. Some of you are going to make some comments going, Archie Sonic and you making Archie Sonic videos each day and blah blah blah. And why should we care? Okay, like don't speak for everybody that's in the comment section, dude. Don't speak for everybody in the comment section. You don't know if they'll like it or not. But one person asked me this question about like, Night of the Wind should do more research, but what it should do. But I understand it was a random thing that he does for shits and giggles. But honestly, he's the one acting so confused. Like, what is going on here? Like, if you're doing it for shits and giggles, not asking for questions that you can easily find the answers to. If you actually did some fucking digging. Oh my god, but okay, but to answer this one person's question, and I'll pull it up for you guys. Oh god. God. No one needs to see Mr. Krabs. No one needs to see Mr. Krabs is crabby. You know what I mean? No one needs to fucking see that. Okay. Before I jump into Night of the Wind one more time, why I'm really here is the answer. Weird but fun. He really should do some research before jumping into any arc. What do you think Sega never gave Sunny a chance? I feel like there were times where they're almost close to really putting the Freedom Fighters in a game and even putting some story elements of setting them in games. But like it was always like whenever I look at it, it's always one higher up that was like, you know what? No. It was either Yuji Naka or somebody or Chris Sen, the guy that totally made Sonic boom, and also the other canceled Sonic games that didn't come to fruition. But like whenever it was suggested when Chris Sen was working on one of those canceled Sonic games, he'd say no. And I think that's why they were never put in any of these, put in any Sonic games. I really think we could have another separate Sonic continuity. We have like several different ones, and like there is a Sonic multiverse that gets bigger by every other Sonic continuity we have. And don't say that's fanficky, because let me tell you, it exists. Okay, it exists. Anybody who says it's fanficky, you need to. I don't know, like I don't know. It's like concepts that you can't understand. Is it just fanficky to you guys? But yeah. Anyways, like I said, mostly because everybody that was like the higher ups in Sega America always said no. And plus, even though Sega technically owns the Freedom Fighters, they were specifically made for Sega America stuff, not for Japan stuff. You know, and I think that's really the reason why the Freedom Fighters or anything SNES related has never made it into the games. Because whenever I see all the old Sonic games that never came out, it was always like someone on the higher up of Sega always said no, they shouldn't be in it. No, these characters shouldn't be here. No, this shouldn't happen or this shouldn't be there. Now listen, I know I give Kim Penders a lot of flack, but guys, and one thing I got mad at with Night of the Wind was like, I'm glad Ian Flynn came in here because we don't need all of this. I'm like, maybe because you didn't even read the arcs before all this. The fact that Knuckles was trying to find his family, the fact that he did find his family, the fact that they're all living in Angel Island, the fact that Eggman basically took over, everything was explained. You picked the issue in the middle where everything is happening. It's so irritating to me. It's one of those things that just irritates me. And I understand you're gonna do this because of your fans and your videos and people actually liking it. But y'all, like, this is the reason, like, that's the reason why context and Archie matters. If you're just skipping issue after issue after issue, you're not really gonna understand what's going on. I'm just sitting here going, you guys are like, I'm not even sitting here saying you guys are dumb. I retract that. But I am sitting here going, see, this is why it matters. Because you're just going to be looking at these comics and going, I'm not saying read every issue, but if you're going to go into an arc willy-nilly, there's a place you can go. It's called, what is it? Archie Sonic Wiki. Right here is all of the knowledge you need to know about Sonic and Knuckles' storylines. Everything is here. Everything, every everything that you think is insignificant is in this wiki. Everything. You guys go like, but Bugsy, can't anybody just change the wiki? Actually, no. This is well moderated stuff. Right here, we got a whole bunch of pages and articles. We got people, society and cultures, main categories, and technology. Everything you would need to understand the Archie comics a little bit more. I just hate it because it just breeds, just ignorance. Like, if you don't understand the story, heckle it because you just don't get it. When the tools to understand the story, if you don't have all the issues, Alright? Fucking here for everybody to look at. You know what? Got an idea. The Dark Egg Legion. Let's go to that. Let us read. Let us read. We just need like, I need the overall description. The Dark Egg Legion was a technocratic organization by Dmitri's son Liquor. I can't say their names right. After the Echidnas renounced the society on Angel Island, after the Echidnas society on Angel Island renounced technology and while originally the organization continued hostile towards their other Echidna brethren. They recently acted as the protectors for the surviving Echidnas on Angel Island. And we're getting into the actual reason why there's dingoes and Dr. Eggman. No, children, come. I will talk to you about this. Because if Nanoway wants to keep doing this, I'm gonna let you guys in on some things. From Dr. Eggman, backed by the dingoes. The Legion temporarily split into two factions: the Legion of Flame and the Frost Legion, as a result of a power struggle between Leanda and Remington. However, upon the return of Interjack, the factions unified under a common foe. Interjack used his power. For those of you that don't know Interjack, we're gonna talk about him in another video. Trust me, because guys, I'm gonna if no one wants to talk about this stuff, I will. And for anybody who says no one wants to hear you talk about stuff, well, this is my channel. Why are you here caring about what I'm doing when you could be focusing on what you're doing or what you're commenting about? Like, seriously, if I'm wasting your time, why are you even here? Like, answer me that. Answer me why it's a YouTuber with 307 subscribers is such an annoyance to you that you feel the need to come up on my channel and want to start some fucking bullshit with me. Answer me that little question, and then maybe I'll look at your comment and look at it. But for those of you that gave me a question, these questions, keep them coming, man. Keep them coming. If you have questions about Archie Sonic, I will be happy. To answer any questions that you may have, because that is what I do around here. I keep people informed, I make you laugh, and I keep you educated. I keep you, well, I wouldn't call this being educated, but, I would say I keep you informed when it comes to stuff like this. So we don't have people lighting out of the wind going, I don't know what's going on. But all you need to know about Interjack is, if you don't know who he is, let's just say he's kind of a familiar person in a way. For those of you that don't know. But I will talk about him in another video. Also, I'm probably going to have to read the issue with Interjack again just to kind of give you guys a pretty good give you guys a pretty good give you guys like a pretty good account of Interject because I gotta refresh my memory as well. It's been a while. All right, where were we? Interject used his powers to completely rid their technological enhancements. After many years, former members transported to Albion with the few surviving kingdoms who miss their technology, who miss their technology, remains loyal to Leon Dove and followed her to Eggman. For they swore loyalty for the same for their technical implants. These implants, the technological implants, their power will remain by the Dark Egg Legion. Following Eggman to their descent into insanity, the soldiers became under the Iron Dominion, but returned to their previous allegiance to the joint cooperation of the Dominion of New Metropolis. Wait a minute. Their joint occupation with the Dominion of New Metropolis was defeated by the Freedom Fighters. And let me tell you something that this whole little article doesn't say. If they deviate from Eggman's plan, he by them getting their implants back by Eggman, all Eggman has to do is press a fucking button. One little button. One little insignificant button. And it blows them right the fuck up. You guys say, like, Eggman's supposed to be silly and goofy and funny and all this shit. You guys are not dealing with goofy Eggman. You are dealing with an Eggman that is Seti and Robotnik. Because the Eggman you see in these comics, in this version of the comic, is actually Robotnik. A Robotnik that killed the Freedom Fighters, but since he killed the Freedom Fighters, he had nothing else to do. So he actually went and took the place of the Robotnik in the actual Archie dimension. And since Robo Robotnik does make an appearance before he becomes Eggman. Oh, that shit is horrifying. And when I actually get to a point with Sonic Freedom Fighters, when we show him that, I'm gonna show you how horrifying he is. But the point I'm trying to make is that this is not Sega's. This is not Sega's Sonic. Sega Sonic, they will never touch these kinds of things, and they try, but they have no real way of actually doing it. Because they tried, man. And it was a good effort. But they should have tried it a little bit harder. Now, folks, to be perfectly honest and frank with you, there's a lot of things that are different. For people that say this series is too serious for Sonic, we'll go back to Archie Sonic when there's no story whatsoever and you're just going around. I mean, surely that will satisfy you. Or go play Classic Sonic. Surely that will satisfy you. For people who want a little bit more of Sonic, want to know a little bit more about Sonic and want to just sit here and watch these videos and me talking about it, well, you're welcome. You are most welcome to be here. Because if you want to know more, I'll be here. But yeah. Well, let me go back to what we're talking about. If you guys ever watched NEM, you would know how really fucked up that version of Eggman, that version of Robotnik really is. This man reveled in making people suffer. That was his shit. That was his bread and butter right there. But you guys gotta understand. You guys gotta understand. This is a serious version of Sonic, but it can have a lighter tone. But there will be serious moments. You shouldn't just be like, well, Bugsy, he's a hedgehog. Why is this so serious and stuff? Because it kind of follows the same kind of tone that SAM set. You know, it's at the foundation that SAM had. You know? And some of you go like, well, Bugsy, why does Sonic always have to have a girl? I don't get it, he's a hedgehog. But listen to me, he's a teenager. And I don't know about the rest of you that act like Sonic should be celibate because it makes you all happy. But to me, Sonic is a hero that deals with a lot of shit. Deals with a lot of shit that fucking Sega Sonic doesn't have to deal with. He deals with a lot more stuff, a lot more harder issues than Sega Sonic could ever possibly deal with. And I love Sega Sonic. That's where I got my start. But that's where I got my start with Sonic. But as I grow and as I change, I will always love modern Sonic and I will always love classic Sonic, but for different reasons. I love Archie Sonic because you get to have a good story with good characters that you have known for a long time, and there's more depth to them than they are in the Sega series. You guys can be all, but this is too serious. Sonic. Well, it's not for you if you're tripping about the severity of various situations. You know, it's not for you. It's not. It's not for people who just can't get the fact that this is about a cartoon hedgehog and serious shit's going down. They're in the middle of a war. This is what freaking forces could have been like. But Sonic Team was drinking that we don't half acid juice. They were drinking that half acid juice and they were like, fuck man. I mean, okay, SAM, it had a war. Let's have a war. And like no one knew what made SAM and the Archie comics so great. It was the fact that these characters would be going up against like these gargantuan odds to save the day, and they would fail. They would fail so hard and just so spectacularly and lose so many stuff and so many people. But when they actually won, when they actually won, you felt glad that they won. You felt like you were there with them when they won. You felt just as happy as them when they actually won against Robotnik. That's the heart of these comics. So for some of you that go, oh, it's way too serious, well, I can't help you with that. Y'all don't want to expand. And some of you that don't want to expand your minds, go. I ain't gonna stop you. Don't let the door. Don't let the door hit. Don't let the door to the special zone hit you on the way out. Don't let Feist. Don't be in the special zone and let Feist. Don't be in the. Don't be in the special zone and let Feist get you to play one of his games on the way out. Yeah, we're gonna talk about Feist too. He's basically the god of the special zone, but we'll get into that later. But yeah. So if you want to know about the history of the Archie comics, I'm your dude. And if you don't want to watch these videos but still want to get some information, right here, baby. Right bloody here, my friends. Always look under the pre-Genesis wave. The pre-Genesis wave timeline is very important because that's what Archie Archie Sonic Online is doing. So, if you guys got a particular issue you want me to talk about, anything but the original issues, because those were a little bit more goofy. Let's say something around stage 2 or stage 3 is where we'll probably make our little thing. And I will quiz you. I will quiz you on certain things if you ask me. There will be a quiz. Well, not really. No, I'm not gonna quiz anybody. It's summer, dude. I ain't no monster. But if you do have any questions, anything at all, just just comment. I'm not gonna get all mad or anything. Just tell me what you want to know, and I'll tell you everything. I'll tell you everything that I can. Okay? So now you have to feel like I'm just being a hard ass because they in love with the Archie comics. Because I know some of you just want to get into these comics and you want to know. You want to know things. And I'm not gonna sit here and be like, you don't deserve to know because you laughed alongside the Night of the Wind. I even extend this to Night of the Wind when I really think about it, because if you really want to know, these are what these videos are for you guys to really understand Archie Sonic. Because the pre-Genesis wave era of these comics are coming back in a big way. Archie Sonic Online. So if you want to know more about these characters and know more about what they're gonna show, because I think Archie Sonic Online will tell you, but they will probably assume you already know this stuff. Here it is. This is what I like to call the Sonic refresher course. For some of us that have been out of the game, or just didn't know about this, or just looked at Night of the Wind, Night of the Wind, you're actually gonna help me with this. You actually kind of helped me with this. If you didn't light the fire in my ass to actually talk about some of this stuff, I probably wouldn't have done it. So, thank you for not doing your research and making me want to do mine again. But yeah, we got a lot of stuff. There's a lot of different stages, peeps. A lot of different issues. Let's see where. Let's see. We got Return to Angel Island. We got the Afterlife, which deals with everything about Knuckles, everything you need to know. It's right here. Like, seriously, there's all this stuff for reference. Like, folks, there's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff here. And again, I will show you any of them if you want it. If you want context in some of this stuff. Because I'm a fan, and my job is to help some of you guys who want to know. That's all I got. Oh. Sorry guys, I got a little trap gas. Sorry if anybody heard that. But anyways, that's all I got. If anybody at all wants to actually talk more about the comics in the comments, we can. Just give me some ideas of what you want to know, and I'll sit down, and we'll figure out which video you want to know about. But if we really want to get into it, I would say Interjack. Let's go with Interjack because he is the most interesting thing ever, and I want to do him first, but I want to see what you guys think. We'll do something else if you guys want that, but I really want to do Interjack. So if you guys want to do that, we can do that. See you guys later. And Night of the Wind, thank you. Thank you for doing your random thing because you actually inspired me to actually do this again. Thanks. No, and I mean that. I'm not being sarcastic or anything. Thank you. Thank you for just not doing your research or picking a random arc. Just thank you, sir.